Hey guys, so I'm going to share with you guys my monthly spread for October. This is the first time I'm actually doing this, not the bullet journal itself, just sharing my setup with you guys. I've actually bullet journaled since, I want to say, July of 2016, July of last year, and this is actually my second bullet journal, and I'm almost done with it. I'm almost going to need a third one. If you can see, this is how much... that's the difference. This is how much I've used, and this is how much I have yet to use. I'm on page 193 of the Leuchtturm 1917. I had to check what it was called. It's the orange version, if you guys are curious or can't see. I saw that they let out new metallic ones, and I really want the copper, so as soon as I'm done with this, I will definitely get that. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna put some stuff, like some music or whatever, in the background so that I can focus, and I'm just gonna do a voiceover and dub it afterwards so that you guys can understand everything that I'm doing. And let's just get on with it. Here we go. Also, sorry if my head gets in the way. I like to really see what I'm working with. Like when I write, I really get into it. So sorry if my head or my arms or something, actually that's not too bad, it's not getting in the way. My face is fairly close to it. So just to let you guys know. Alright, no more excuses, let's go. Okay, so the color of the month is purple or violet, as you can see with this very sparse cover page. I'm not much of a doodler, so I thought drawing something there would be very uncharacteristic, which I wouldn't like. I'm probably going to use it as a gratitude log, like a line a day for things that I'm grateful for. Here you can see me putting in the headers for the days of the week for my monthly spread. And I'm going to put more supplies out because I don't know what I have and I need to see everything before deciding. I like to do a grid for my monthly spread because I like to see everything that's going to happen for the month. And here you can see me putting in little tombstones for the dates for the month, because our theme this month is spooky, scary, Halloweeny stuff. So they're the little tombstones where the dates are gonna go. If anyone's curious, the boxes for the grid is gonna be 5x5 dots on the Leuchtturm journal, with the tombstones being on the 6th row. For those who don't know / care, this is my floor. This is not a table. I just thought the floor had a really nice look, more than my table, so I was like, you know what, let me do it on the floor. It was not a good idea. Here I'm putting in the dates in Roman numerals because I thought it was cool and spooky and scary, but then I start running into problems. Oh no, 28 is gonna be really tough. Oh, this was a mistake. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. I start decorating with cobwebs. Well, I fix my mistake first with whiteout and then start decorating with cobwebs because it is spooky, scary, Halloweeny, so cobwebs it is in the little corner. In the month, I put all my important appointments, birthdays, anything that I need to remember, and then I use a color coding highlighting system to know what they are. So yellow is for important things or things I need to do for other people or appointments. Purple is for fun. Green is for a trip. Orange is for birthdays. Pink is for bills or important things to keep note of, not necessarily an event or a task. And blue is for dates that I need to remember for other people, and red in writing is a holiday. Here you can see me planning out my habit tracker. I have 8 habits that I'm tracking this month, and it's fairly easy. If I fill it out, that means I did it for that day, and if I didn't fill it out, that means I didn't do it that day. Here's future me explaining the habits that I have for this month. Yeah, you see exercise, social, because sometimes I lock myself in my room never to be found again, so I have to kind of remind myself to be social. Fun, because I also need to have fun, need to be reminded that I should do that sometimes. No spend, because I need to not spend any money, especially money I don't have. Walking and being outdoors, again, that is something that I need to be reminded of, unfortunately, because I spend a lot of time indoors. And then writing and comedy. I want to be a sitcom writer or like a showrunner. That's my dream. And I figured if that's going to be my dream, it has to be my reality now. So I have to make sure I keep on track with writing and being funny. And then YouTube and editing, obviously. I want to get my YouTube up and running and like active. So any YouTuber editing things that I do, either for personal projects or for YouTube editing, that's what I meant. Come on, focus camera. You can do it. If not, I'll just put it back down a little bit. And then, what is it? Career or other, because I am on the lookout for a new job. I would like to focus on getting that career on track, like finding a job and also like just trying to make money. And now I'm gonna be doing my mood tracker. Okay, in case some of you might wonder, this shade is actually a little bit darker than this shade. I think what happened was that they put the ink for this pen into this pen and the ink for this pen into this pen, so their hues are a little bit different from their caps and their colors, and they kind of match each other. It's just that their ink is switched. I don't know if that was on purpose, if that was accidental, or if that's just how the ink goes on the paper, but that's what I've learned with using these particular pens. So that's why this is going to be considered the lightest color, and this is the second lightest, or whatever. It's not, it's like by hue. This is just to do my mood chart. You like see how the ink from this matches this pen cap better? I don't know if you can even see that, but I'll try to zoom in on it. And then now watch what happens when I use the ink from this. It matches this a little better, I think. Just my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if they made a mistake or if that's just really how it goes on the paper, but yeah, it's a little more reddish, pinkish, I guess. This middle one actually turned out a lot more blue than I thought. That was from the different pen. It's from Marvy Le Pen in lavender. I was hoping it'll be a little bit more purple, but it turned out a little bit more blue, but that's okay. We're still gonna go with it. That's gonna be my middle, like, I'm okay mood color thing. Okay, let's keep going. So if you didn't catch that, I track my mood based on the hue or the tone of the hue that I'm using. So the darker it is, the worse of a day that I've had, and the lighter it is, the better day I've had. And I leave a lot of space for my mood, actually. I leave 3 boxes, 3 check-ins for each day, because I found in recent times that my mood fluctuates throughout the day, and it's hard for me to pinpoint one mood for the day. And it kind of helps me also figure out if something triggered me or if it was just a mood swing. Here you can see the goals and checking back on other months to see what other goals I wanted to accomplish but haven't yet, and filling that out. I tend to put a lot of goals on my plate for the month, even though sometimes it may not be realistic to get all of them. Some of you may say that it is, and maybe I'm just being lazy, but leave me alone, okay? It's hard. And here I'm writing an inspirational quote for the month, and again, here's future me explaining that a little bit. That's funnily enough, I kind of make fun of people for believing in cheesy stuff like this. Again, I'm gonna flip it around. Cheesy stuff like this, but I also like to do it, so I guess that makes me a hypocrite. But yeah, so this month's quote is, "Work until your signature is your autograph." I quite like that. So I like to do a weekly spread each week with like a daily to-do list because it allows me to see what I need to do, what I need to accomplish for the week and for each day. I like to segment everything. I feel like I'm very visual. I don't know if visual is the right word, but like I like to be able to tick off the things off of my to-do list. I like to write every single thing down, even if it's as simple as cleaning my room or making my bed. I like to write it down because I have so much satisfaction with just checking it off after I've done it, and so it's not only a motivator, but it makes me feel good. And I have a legend for it. I think squares are for tasks, triangles are for appointments or important stuff, and yeah, that's basically it. And keeping with the theme of the spooky, scary, Halloweeny stuff, I've drawn my little spiders with their cobwebs. The spiders are actually going to serve as the space for where I put the weather, because I track weather every day. I'm realizing now you can't really see the numbers that well, but it'll be okay. It's too late for me to change now. I think it'll be fine. It should be fine. And if not, you know what, there's next week. That's the beauty in bullet journals, I like to think, is that if you mess up this week, you have 52 other weeks in the year to get it right. Plus, you made it, so you know what it is, or what it's supposed to be. It's not that much of an eyesore that I can't stand it. Yeah, no, I don't hate it. This was the plan all along, and I knew it would turn out like this. Yeah, it doesn't bleed through that much, so that's good. That's the good part. And now on to my diary entries. So much unlike other bullet journalers, I actually use my bullet journal as a diary of sorts. So you'll see, if you haven't already, like blocks of text scattered throughout my journal because I write down what's happened throughout the day, how I felt about it, etc. It's very therapeutic for me, so I like doing it, even though like that's not what a bullet journal is intended for. I still like it. And each of my diary entries has a header that relates to the theme. So for this week, it's spooks. So that said Sunday spooks, and subsequently it's going to say Monday spooks, Tuesday spooks, etc. So it all relates to the theme. Next week is probably going to be like haunts or something, Sunday haunts or whatever my heart desires. And here is a final flip through of my monthly bullet journal spread for October. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content from me, please subscribe right here. It should be right here. I will put the links in the description of the materials that I used. I didn't use all of these, but I had them out. And if you want to check out more videos by me, you can click here, and maybe even here. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next month for another bullet journal setup. And I'll see you guys on the other side.